Let's talk about simultaneous equations for beginners. Before we talk about it, I want you to know that there are three main methods that are used to solve this kind of equations. So the first one is the elimination method. The second one is the substitution method. And the third one is the graphical method. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the elimination and the substitution method. I'll leave out the graphical method for another video. The next thing I want you to know is that anytime you see these letters, you can refer to them as variables. So that means x is a variable, y is a variable. Now, anytime you see numbers without letters, so numbers that do not have letters attached to them, these are called constants. And anytime you see a number attached to a letter, in this case, x is by itself, we're assuming that there's a 1 here. So 1x is also x. So this one is called a coefficient. It is worth noting each of these terms. Let's quickly look at how to solve the elimination method. So if you are going to solve the elimination method, the first thing you want to do is name the equations. So I'll say this is equation 1, and then I'll say this is equation 2. The next thing you want to do is pick which of the variables to eliminate. Only two variables I have here is x and y. So I'll be picking x in this example. If my aim is to eliminate x, the next thing I'll be looking at is the coefficients attached to x. In this case, we have 1x and 1x here. Since they have the same coefficients, I have x for equation 1 and I have x for equation 2. The next thing I'll ask myself is what sign do I introduce between these two terms to make my answer equal to 0? In other words, to eliminate x. So if I have plus x and plus x, what sign do I introduce between two of them? The best sign I can introduce here is minus. So I have x minus x is 0. That means I'll be introducing a minus sign in between the equations to eliminate x. From here, I can subtract the two equations. So this is x minus x, which is 0. This is plus y minus y. So here I have y minus open bracket minus y. If you have something like this, this means that minus times minus, which is plus, and then this can be written as y plus y. Y plus y is 2y. So here we have 2y is equal to, for the constant side of the equation, this is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. I've succeeded in eliminating my x variable. So now here I have 2y is equal to 2. I can divide through by 2. So dividing both sides by 2, this is by 2. This cancels out. This y is equal to y. Now that we found the value of y, we can then find the value of x. So to find the value of x, I'll see for x, but the value of x, I could pick from equation 1 or from equation 2. But picking from equation 1, so I'll say from equation 1, then I'll write out my equation 1. So this will be x plus y is equal to 3. From here, I'll substitute the value of y inside this equation so that I will have x plus 1. I'll be replacing y with 1. This will be equal to 3. From here, let me clean out this space. If I continue my analysis on top of the page, I have x. So I'll be moving this 1 to the other side of the equation. Since it's plus 1, becomes 3 minus 1. From here, I have x is equal to 3 minus 1 is 2. That means my value of x is equal to 2 and my value of y is equal to 1. Sometimes when you finish solving simultaneous equations, you want to check the answer. When I say check the answer, I mean you want to confirm whether the answer is right or wrong. So how do you check the answer? This step is not necessary for your exams, by the way. You can do it by the side of your book or somewhere else. So to check your answer, I can use equation 1 or equation 2 to check my answer. From equation 1, let me use equation 1. So equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 3. My x value is 2. So I can easily say 2 here plus my y value is 1. So this is 1. This is equal to 3. 2 plus 1 is 3 equals to 3. If both sides of the equation are not the same when you do your check, then you've made a mistake. The best thing you can do is to go back and review your steps. Let's look at another example. Let's say we ask solve this equation on the screen using the elimination method. The first step would be to name the equations. This would be equation 1, this would be equation 2. The next step would be to pick a variable that we want to eliminate. So there are two variables here, your x variable and your y variable. In this case, let me go with my y variable. My y variable has the term 4y for equation 1 and 3y. Now note, there are only two signs that I can use in between these two terms, a plus and a minus sign. So what sign do I introduce in between these two terms to give them 0? If I introduce a plus, I'll get 7y. If I introduce a minus, I'll get 1y. That means I cannot eliminate y. If I cannot eliminate y, that means I have to change these two equations. How do I do that? The way I can do that is to use the coefficients here to multiply equation 1. So I'll say times 3 here. And for equation 2, I'll use this 4 to multiply equation 2. This will be 4y. The reason I'm doing this is to make the value of y the same for the two equations. That means 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times 4y is 12y. 3 times 9 is 27. 4 times 2 is 8x. 4 times 3y is plus 12y. 4 times 8 is 32. Now, I have the same value of y. So my two terms here is plus 12y plus 12y. What sign do I introduce in between the two to give me 0? The best sign I can introduce is a minus. So that this will be plus 12y minus plus 12y is equal to 0. That means I've succeeded in eliminating y. That means that I can impute minus in between the two equations. So I'll have 9x minus 8x is equal to x plus 12y minus plus 12y. This is 0. I have 27 minus 32, which is minus 5. From here, I have that x is equal to minus 5. Now I need to get the value of y. So for the value of y, I'll be using equation 2. So from equation 2, I could say 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. We've put in this x value inside here. So this will be 2 open brackets minus 5 plus 3y is equal to 8. We know that 2 times minus 5 is minus 10 plus 3y is equal to 8. I can move minus 10 to the other side. Becomes 3y is equal to 8. Minus 10 moving over to the other side becomes plus 10. This is 3y is equal to 8 plus 10 is 18. Dividing both sides by 3, I have divided by 3. This divided by 3. From here, I have y is equal to 18 divided by 3 is 6. That means my x value is equal to minus 5 and my y value is equal to 6. You can always do this at the back of your notebook. So to check whether my answer is correct, I could pick any of the equation I want. But I'll pick in equation 1. So this is 3x plus 4y is equal to 9. I'll impute the value of x and y that I've gotten into this one. So this is 3 open bracket minus 5 plus 4 open bracket 6 is equal to 9. I know that 3 times minus 5 is minus 15 plus 4 times 6 is 24 is equal to 9. And then from here, minus 15 plus 24 is ultimately still 9 is equal to 9. Since both sides are equal, it means that the answers to our simultaneous equation is. Let's look into another example. For this last example, you can pause the video and try to solve it yourself. Like we did before, the first thing would be to name the equations. This will be equation 1. This will be equation 2. The next thing is to pick the one we want to eliminate. For this case, I'll be picking y. So here I have minus y plus 2. What sign do I introduce between 2 of them to eliminate y? There is no sign I can introduce here. I can make these two terms equal to 0. If I introduce a minus, this will be minus y minus 2, which will be minus 3y. If I introduce a plus sign, this will be minus plus 2y, and this will be a minus y. So I have to make this one here 2 and introduce a 2 here. How do I do that? A 1 here, so I can say this is steps 1, and I have a 2 here, so I can say this is steps 2. I'll say 2 times 2x is 4x, minus 2 times y is minus 2y, is equal to 2 times 3 is 6. From here I have 1 times x. 1 times x is x. 1 times 2y is plus 2y. 1 times 9 is equal to 9. From here I have 2 terms of minus 2y and 2y. So this is minus 2y and plus 2y. If I introduce a minus sign in between 2 of them, I'll have minus 2y. So this will be minus 2y. Minus times plus will be minus, and this will be minus 2y minus 4y. But if I introduce a plus sign in between them, it will be minus 2y plus 2y. This will be minus 2y plus 2y. Minus 2y plus 2y is 0. That means I have to introduce a plus sign in between 2 of them, because plus sign is what eliminated 2 of them. From here, I have 4x plus x, so that is 5x. This is now minus 2y plus 2y. Minus 2y plus 2y is 0. This is equal to, here I have 6 plus 9. 6 plus 9 is 15. From here I have 5x is equal to 15. I can divide both sides by 5, so that I get divided by 5 here. This will be divided by 5 here. This will cancel out this, and I have x is equal to 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now, by value of y, I can pick any of the equations. This will become, let me pick equation 2. For y, for equation 2, I have x plus 2y is equal to 9. I can easily plug in my x value, so that my x value is 3 plus 2y is equal to 9. I can move 3 over to the other side, so that I have 2y is equal to 9 minus 3. 2y is equal to 9 minus 3 is 6. I can divide both sides by 2, so that this cancels out this, and this is y is equal to 3. So here my x is equal to 3 and my y is equal to 3. I'll leave the checking part for you to check whether the answer is correct. Next up, we'll be talking about the weights of simultaneous equations using the substitution method. We already have a question on the screen. Like with the elimination method, the first thing we do is to name the two equations. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. For substitution method, the first step is to make one of the variable the subject of formula. So let's say I want to make x the subject of formula. I'll say from equation 1, this is 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. From here, I can move 3y to the other side. So I have 2x equal to 8 minus 3y. And then from here, I can divide both sides by 2. So that this is divided by 2. This is divided by 2. This cancels out this. X will be equal to 8 minus 3y over 2. This is equation 3. I call this equation 3. The next step will be to pick this equation that you made from equation 1 and plug it into equation 2. Notice that you cannot plug this equation into equation 1 back. Because we got this equation from equation 1, you have to plug this equation to equation 2. Substitute equation 3 into 2. That means we already have equation 2 as 3x minus y is equal to 23. Substituting equation 3 into here, we have 3 open brackets, 8 minus 3y divided by 2 minus y is equal to 23. What can we do from here? So this is y over 1 From here, we can multiply everything through by 2. So this will be multiply through by 2 to cancel out the denominator here. So this is 3 open brackets 8 minus 3y over 2 times 2 minus y times 2 over 1 is equals to 3 over 1 times 2. 2 can cancel out 2 here, so that we have 3 open brackets 8 minus 3y minus 2 times 2y is 2y. This is equal to 2 times 3 is 46. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 3y is minus 9y. Then we have minus 2y is equal to 46. From here, we have 24 minus 9y minus 2y is minus 11y is equal to 46. We can move 24 over to the other side, so that we have minus 11y is equal to 46 minus 24. 46 minus 24 is 22. So we have minus 11y is equal to 22. We can divide both sides by minus 11y. So we have minus 11y divided by minus 11y is equal to 22 over minus 11y. Minus 11y cancels out minus 11y. So here we have y is equal to 22 divided by minus 11y is minus 2. Y value is equal to minus 2. How do we get our x value? We can get our x value from any of these equations, but the best one I prefer to use is the one that already has x made out for us, which is equation 3. So I'll say for x, I'll be using equation 3. This will be x is equal to 8 minus 3y over 2. I already know my value of y to be minus 2, so this means that x is equal to 8 minus 3 open bracket minus 2 over 2. From here, I have is equal to 8 minus 3 times minus 2 is plus 6. This is 8 plus 6 over 2. 8 plus 6 is 14 over 2. That means that x is equal to 7. This means that my x value is equal to 7 and my y value is equal to minus 2. Now you can do the checking we did before to confirm whether the answer is true or is false. Let's look at another example under the substitution method. The first step is to name the equations. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. The next step to get the variable I want to use for my subtractor formula. In this case, let's say I want to use y. I'll be using equation 1 to make y subtractor formula. So from equation 1, I have 2x plus y is equal to 12. If I'm looking to make y subtractor formula, I'll be saying y is equal to 12 minus 2x. Let's call this equation 3. Now I have to substitute equation 3 into equation 2 because the original equation 3 was made out of equation 1. Substituting equation 3 into 2. This will become, we know that equation 2 is already 6x plus 5y is equal to 40. For me, I can substitute my equation 3 into equation 2 so that it becomes 6x plus, my y is 2f minus 2x. This is 12 minus 2x is equal to 40. From here, I can continue the analysis here. This is 6x plus 5 times 12 is 60. 5 times minus 2x is minus 10x is equal to 40. From here, I can move collect like terms. So I'll be moving this constant term to the other side. This is 6x. My x variable is minus 10x. Moving 60x to the other side is equal to 40. Moving 60x to the other side is minus 60. 6x minus 10x is minus 4x is equal to 40 minus 60 is minus 20. From here, I can divide both sides by minus 4. Minus 4 divided by minus 4 minus will cancel out each other. So this is x is equal to minus 20 divided by minus 4 is 5. Now, how do I get my value of y? I can pick any of these equations to get my value of y. I'll be picking equation 3 specifically. So for y, from equation 3 is y is equal to 12 minus 2x. So this is equal to 12 minus 2 open bracket 5. I'm substituting the value of x back here. And then this is equal to 12 minus 2 times 5 is 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. This means that my x value is 5 and my y value is 2. I can check my answers for accuracy. So let's check the answers for accuracies. So if we are checking, we can use equation 1, 2, or 3, any equation we want. So we know that x is equal to 5 and y is equal to, from equation 1, we know that this is 2x plus y is equal to 12. So let's substitute our values directly to here. This is 2 open bracket 5 plus y is 2. This is 12. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. We have 12 is equal to 12. That means the answers to our equation is correct. So that's a basic introduction to simultaneous equation, elimination method, and substitution method. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And share with your friends that might find this video helpful. Thanks for watching again.